In 2014, 12% of people in the UK identified themselves as either vegan or vegetarian. 20% of them were 16 to 25-year-olds. From this, it is clear to see that these lifestyles are very popular, with no signs of slowing down anytime soon. But why is this? How are restaurants and shops catering to this audience, and what exactly defines a vegan and vegetarian lifestyle?
I've always been a meat eater, but I'm going to be conducting an experiment. I'll be spending 2 weeks on a vegan-only diet to see just how difficult or easy the transition is. I'm Rachel Lowes, and this is Becoming Vegan.
Before I started my vegan diet, I needed to find out exactly what defines a vegan. And to do this, I went to visit Mistral Elmore, a nutritionist, to get all the information I'll need to begin my journey. And what actually is a vegan?
So vegan, typically they classify themselves as pure vegetarians. So a vegetarian will still eat dairy products and eggs. The vegan removes those, and they're very particular about things like wearing leather, any foods or processes involved in food, such as food additives. We found that things like a lot of cheese and onion crisps, for example, will contain meat products, meat extracts, so they'll try and remove those from the diet as well. So anything related to animals, either production of eggs, production of milk, is removed from the diet.
And what advice would you give to a meat eater or a vegetarian who wanted to become a vegan?
Any dietary change is difficult for our body to take on board. We don't like change. The human body doesn't like change. And so to change any diet, even slightly, will have side effects. And I would probably talk to them about, you're likely to experience changes in energy levels, you're likely to have problems with your digestion, so either experiences of diarrhoea or constipation are quite common when we change a diet.
Would you say that being vegan is in any way more healthy than being a meat eater or a vegetarian?
There is evidence that because of the level of control that's required, the level of thought that has to go into a vegan diet, if it's balanced, if it ticks all those boxes, they're getting the right amount of vitamin D, riboflavin, vitamin B12, considering their iron carefully, then it's thought to have health benefits over other diets, because they're likely to be less saturated fats. We know there's a direct link between saturated fat intake and high cholesterol, ultimately links to heart disease. So in terms of heart and cardiovascular health, there are benefits if it's controlled.
Using what I had learned from the nutritionist, I felt I was ready to start the experiment, but first I needed to do some shopping to prepare for my vegan diet. Just looking at the salad dressings, a lot of the oil-based dressings seem to have no milk, eggs or anything in it, so it seems to be suitable for vegans, whereas it's the creamier sauces like a Caesar dressing that seem to have the eggy, milky products in. So looking at microwavable products like this, we've got a cheaper version here which has got milk protein in it, so obviously isn't suitable for a vegan. On the other hand, this vegetarian 3-bean and chipotle pepper is a more expensive product which seems to be gluten-free, vegan-friendly. So it seems like at the minute vegan-friendly foods are a bit more expensive.
So far I'm actually finding it really hard to find products which are suitable for vegans. Even products like this tomato soup have got things like milk in it. So I'm thinking maybe it's a process of perhaps having to make your own things from scratch if you want to know that it's fully vegan. So we've got brands like this Naked Bar which are marketed to be gluten, wheat and dairy free, so they are suitable for vegans. There are also other brands, it seems like shops like Tesco's have sections aimed at these dietary requirements. So we've come to the frozen section and instantly we found two products which are suitable for vegans. This first one's a free-from product which is gluten, wheat and dairy free, which means, as it says here, that it's suitable for vegetarians and vegans. And the second one has a nice big stamp saying that it's vegan on it, and it's a nice lean burger.
After visiting Tesco, I found that it was actually quite difficult to distinguish between products that were vegan and products that were vegetarian or suitable for another diet. Some of the Tesco brand products had a big white V on them, which indicates that they are vegan friendly. However, some of the products had a smaller white V and are only suitable for vegetarians. Meanwhile, other big brands didn't state whether or not they were suitable for vegans. With this confusing packaging and lack of vegan-friendly foods, there must be another way of finding vegan foods rather than visiting the supermarket. When I got home from the supermarket, I decided to get straight to cooking my first vegan meal. I had some vegan pasta sauce and added some peppers, then prepared my vegan pasta. Not having meat in a meal like this is completely new to me, and it will take some getting used to. But for now, this quickly made meal will do, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. So I've just got back to the house and I've decided to make myself something to eat. I've just made a simple pasta sauce with tomatoes and vegetables with a little bit of seasoning in it. The thing I'm most interested to try is the vegan pasta. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the same as normal pasta. I've heard that free-from pastas are kind of a bit more chewy, let's say. So we'll just see how that goes later on. Okay, so I finished my first day. The meal I had today was actually alright. The pasta tasted pretty much the same as normal pasta. The only thing I would say is that the meal wasn't quite as filling as a meat-filled meal. As far as shopping vegan goes, I think supermarkets don't make it that easy. Sometimes a product will say suitable for vegetarians when actually it is suitable for vegans as well, or it will say it's suitable for a vegan and actually it's a product that may contain milk. So it's not that easy. I think you've got to have your head on, and I think if you wanted to do online shopping it would be quite hard. So I think perhaps kind of fresh produce is the way to go for being a vegan, rather than trying to go around a supermarket and find products that are ready made for you, which perhaps is quite a hard challenge if you don't kind of like really believe in vegan ethics.